and welcome back to another Urban Hookers fishing video. So today I'm on the River Trent trying to catch some barbel. I've got the feeder rods with me, so I've got two big cage feeders. I'm going to have a go on the top of the weir behind me. So I've only come for a few hours, but at the same time I'm going to get myself in the water. Make sure you watch the full video today, guys, because there is a chance of winning an SG1 bait bundle. So make sure you watch the video and then watch the end to find out what to do for a chance to win it. Great timing. Let me get in the water. Well, only been here about 10 minutes on the River Trent, and already got myself a little barbel. Now it's only a small barbel, but what a lovely little fish. And we caught it on the SG1 hookable pellet. So, well, stunning little fish. Again, not a massive little fish, but only been here 10 minutes, don't forget. What a stunning little fish. I'm going to get the hook out of her and get him back in the water. But lovely red fins, like I say, only been here about 10 minutes in the water. Absolutely stunning little fish. We're off the mark already. I can't stress to you enough about the barbel's relaxing time or recovery time. Make sure I've had it sat there for a couple of minutes. As you can see, she's ready to go. Isn't it funny how on camera they always swim back into the net? She's trying to dive back in. But yeah, please, obviously make sure they're fully recovered before you let them go, or before you try and let them go. So when you're fishing for the barbel, obviously they do put everything into the fight. You know, here where I'm fishing here is on top of the weir, so obviously the current's already, you know, it's fast flowing water, so they're fighting probably that as well as me. So when they come in, they're absolutely shattered, bless them. So I always give them fully time to recover, make sure they're okay before they go. You know, sometimes they can look a little bit wary, but just persevere with them. You know, they'll come back right. But yes, first little barbel on top of the weir. It's very snagged up for some strange reason. You would have thought the environmental agency or whatever it is that comes out to clear this would have already done it by now, because it's obviously the start of the fishing season. They would have thought you know, and this place here has boats go past it, but nevertheless, the first barbel. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the stretch that I'm fishing today. So I'm actually on Newark's land, so this is Newark Federation's land. So you can get a day ticket on here, you can get a ticket even. If you're out of the town, if you live local or not too local, but you live close enough, you can get an out of town ticket, but you can get day tickets. So this is right on top of the weir in Newark. As you can see, it splits off into two. The left hand side goes down the weir onto the British Sugars land and so on, and then the right hand side that goes round through to the lock, and then obviously to Crankley Point into Winthorpe. But yeah, it's a lovely stretch. It's very, very snaggy. I've lost so much stuff on top of here you would not believe. Well, you can see all the stuff that's come down in top of the weir, you know, and so you can see it's full up, to be fair. I usually use a braided ear rig and stuff like that, but I'm not today. I'm using I'll run you through what I'm using soon. But yeah, plenty of barbel out of here. I've had good barbel out of here, right up to 15 pounds of barbel. So yeah, I'm using the SG1, which I'm also going to tell you about in a second. But yeah, I'm using the SG1. I've got the SG1 on this one, the boilie, and I've also got the SG1 hookable pellet on this one. Now, the SG1 is a mixture of, I think it's squid and garlic, I believe. But it's used to be like renowned for a winter bait. But honestly, I can't tell you enough how much of it. I've had plenty of barbel on it throughout the year. Well, this is the bait I'm using today. As you can see, it's the SG1 ground bait mix, as well as the SG1 mixed pellets. Now, I've put a few other little bits and bobs in there just to bulk it out, but as you can see, it's absolutely full. There's the corum fully loaded, obviously with all the river stuff in, and as you can see, just at the side, we've got the SG1 glug with the SG1 hookable pellets and the SG1 boilies. As I think I've told you on one of the previous videos, when I'm on my barbel setup, I'm using the corum twin tripod, Fox bait alarms, and then obviously my own little invention. In fact, my dad told me a few years back about the little hook and clip down here, just in case, because the barbel pull that much that they've had many a rod pod over. Well, I've been here about an hour now, so still only had the one barbel, but fighting with the weather, let me tell you, it's absolutely blustering with wind. I can't win, seriously I can't win. Obviously as a fisherman complaining about the weather, so I have nothing but lovely weather up until the opening day of the season. So on the 16th of June in Newark, it was lovely weather, don't get me wrong, so obviously went on the opening day, but before that was absolutely stunning for about 3 weeks solid. Now as soon as the fishing season opens, we've got rain, high winds. I'm trying to get down here, try and do some fishing, as well as video it. It's a different game, you know. But yeah, look at the rod tips, look there, blowing away in the wind. You never know, I might be able to come out one day without having to worry about anything, you know. Either it's going to be scorchio degrees, or it's absolutely in down with rain, or it's high winds. You might just be able to get just like a steady day and enjoy it, rather than, well, at least I ain't got to worry about my ear blowing off. What we've caught now. So same again. So the SG1 pellet is winning at the minute over the boilie for me. It's had 2 fish now on top of the river, on top of the weir. One of them being that small barbel, I think it was about £4. And now what we sell, when I can get him out of the net, what we have now is a big bream, or biggish bream anyway. Well, there she is. I'm going to get her back in the water. Bloody bream slime. Well, the SG1 hookable pellet seems to be winning so far, so let's get another one on. I'm going to put a fresh one on, just because I believe that they're glugged up, you know, so high leakage and all. I've just got to, you know, one of them things that you've got a sixth sense in your head. If you don't change it and you leave the old one on, I know that you the regular time fishermen know how to do this and all, but I've got to show it on the ear rig, and then keep that tight as possible really, and then drag it over so it comes through like that. And then this is the figurative bit where you have to mess around with a little bit, but because I've just put that in my mouth, it usually sticks to it because it's wet. Hopefully you can see that bit there, and that's gone in lovely. Job's a fish. Let's get it back in and hopefully get me another barbel. Yeah. Well, I'm using a 4 ounce lead feeder. I'm using a 4 ounce feeder today on the top of the river. SG1 boilie with a size 6 hook, that is. And obviously that's connected to the lead clip back to the mono. When I'm filling the feeder, personally I don't like to make it too wet. So when I put the stuff in the feeder, when I put the SG1 in the feeder, you can see it's still powdery. So when you compact it together, it does stay in there. And like I say, I've got a few bits of corn and bits and bobs in there from a little bit of a mix that I put together with the SG1 ground bait, just to bulk it out a bit. But now that there is absolutely banging. When I cast that in, the river's going to be attacking that because it's fast flowing here, and before no time at all, it's going to be dispersed across the river bottom. If there is any river fishermen among us in the channel or watching this video, how long do you leave? How long do you leave it in the water before you bring it back out and say put the food back in the feeder again, before you put the bait in the feeder again? So just want to mind you, do you leave it half hour at the start and then just get longer, or do you leave it longer, or do you just put it in and then leave it? I just thought I'd ask that question among you and see what, leave a comment in the comments below please, and just say how long you leave it. I'd be interested to know. I'm here on top of the weir, and I'm leaving it about half an hour, 45 minutes before I'm recasting. Well, I've just got myself another barbel. Don't get me wrong, it's not massive again, but nevertheless, it's very welcome. So it's probably about the same size as the other one, to be honest, but a nice fish nevertheless. Good paddle on it, look. So yeah, not a massive fish, but another nice barbel. And that also took the SG1 hookable pellet again. So yeah, it's clearly working on top of the weir. There's a few fishermen around me on the other side, and they haven't had a thing while I've been here, so must be doing something right. I'm gonna get this fish back in the water. Well, once again, another rested fish, ready to go. And if you can see it, and she's gone. I've just had the rod tip flickering away, and us fishermen know what that is, don't we? So I've got another skimmer of a bream. So not a bad little sesh really. So we've had two, don't get me wrong, this is quite a smallish bream compared to the other one, but we've had two barbel and two bream, and I've been here probably about 3 hours. So that's not a bad little session, that ain't. I'm gonna get this bream back in the river because he's gonna give me a slap round the face. I'm over the moon with that really. That's not a bad little session, don't get me wrong. Not a big barbel that we're always chasing, but at the same time, that's a great little session for a few hours. So I'm gonna get all my stuff packed away and get me send gone, because I'm getting hungry and I've got a belly to feed. Hope you've liked the video and all. You know, obviously I'll be doing a lot more river fishing now that the rivers have opened and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm all good. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, to win the SG1 bundle pack, so obviously you've got the ground bait, you've got the hookable pellets, you've got the hookable boilies, you've got the paste, God knows what you ain't got. There's loads of stuff in there. So all supplied by Mark Foxy leads in Newark. So obviously if you go on the website, he'll send you them. He does leads, absolutely brilliant leads, gripper leads, weights, you name it, he does it. So he sends everything out. He's absolutely brilliant lad. If you want any information from him about the local rivers, he will give you it. He's a brilliant lad. Like I say, I'm not sponsored by him at all. Obviously he helps me out and I help him out, and that's the way it goes. But his SG1, it's renowned. So if you want your feeders or your SG1, go to Foxy leads. Just take a look at it. At the end of the day, you don't have to have a look, but have a browse and see what he's got. He's available on the phone or the web page. I think he's on Insta and Facebook. I think Facebook more than anything like that. But he's absolute sound lad. And like I say, I got the SG1. So the SG1 bundle, like I say, I'm giving it away in this video. And all I want you to do at the end of the day to win this bundle, and I'll send it all out directly to you with some SG1 and probably a few Urban Hooker stickers, Urban Hooker fishing stickers. So all I want you to do is just tell me, what colour bait needle did I use to put the SG1 on? So tell me that, drop it in the comments. I'll pick, or get Luke to pick, or Darren to pick, somebody to pick a winner, and then as soon as it comes up, I'll get your details and I'll send it straight over to you. And then you'll be catching barbel on the river like me, hopefully. But yeah, hopefully you've liked the video, guys. Take care, subscribe and like, and I'll see you again next time. Love you all, bye.